This chart tracks intelligence metrics across developed nations. After decades of study data, the trend suddenly collapses. To see how strange that drop is, we must pull back. For a century, human IQ maintained a steady upward climb in what psychologists call the Flynn effect. Yet, right as we achieved universal access to supercomputers and an almost infinite library of knowledge, that progress stalled and reversed. Modern technology has transitioned from a tool of expansion into the primary driver eroding our collective intellect. The mechanism at play is cognitive friction. Think of human capability like a muscle. It builds strength when meeting the resistance of complex decisions. But the tech industry realized if users stopped to think, they might stop spending. So they engineered the resistance away. The goal became an entirely seamless, user-friendly environment. One designed so intuitively that human decision-making is completely bypassed. What we call convenience is a highly effective business model that trades our cognitive capacity for corporate revenue. This extraction shows up immediately in how we manage personal wealth. We replaced highly manual accounting with abstract systems engineered to hide the pain of spending. Balancing a checkbook used to mean reconciling every transaction by hand. The physical act of calculating loss forced a psychological awareness of exactly how much capital you had left. Today, algorithms powering buy now, pay later platforms specifically separate the psychological weight of the cost from the instant gratification of the purchase. This same abstraction controls how we interact with computers. Early generations of consumer technology naturally forced kids into hands-on problem-solving just to get the machine to run. Modern tablets actively hide the operating system behind a clean, closed interface. We have raised a generation that can flawlessly swipe through menus, but cannot troubleshoot a basic file directory or configure a printer. When a tool is engineered to hide its underlying mechanics, the user loses the ability to understand or fix it. This chart reveals exactly where that lack of troubleshooting shows up next: the workforce. 47% of managers cite a severe lack of initiative in recent hires, and 4 in 10 employers prefer older workers. Faced with a task without a clear rubric or obvious right answer, they freeze. This paralysis is the logical byproduct of a frictionless consumer upbringing that intentionally conditioned them to avoid the very mental friction required to solve professional problems. Rather than retrain them, corporations are turning to artificial intelligence. These tools are almost universally sold as a cheap way to bypass human thought entirely. The market successfully extracted our ability to figure things out and is now selling us software to replace the exact competency it systematically dismantled. The real danger is captured in this graph of global test scores. The recent historic drop is entirely asymmetrical. Advanced students are holding their ground on the upper line, while vulnerable populations are plummeting. When remote learning removed external discipline, highly engaging algorithms flooded the void. Underperforming students who lacked strict at-home oversight took the hardest hit. The wealthy tech architects who built those algorithms know exactly how dangerous they are, so they actively purchase friction for their own children through dumb phones, private tutors, and entirely screen-free schools. Meanwhile, underfunded public schools are leaning in the exact opposite direction, adopting cheap AI chatbots to absorb the duties of salaried human teachers. The ability to navigate ambiguity is rapidly becoming a luxury good. Society divides into a tiny class of capable architects and a massive class of pacified consumers. Any company that attempts to reintroduce healthy friction into its products will instantly lose to a competitor that doesn't. The market exclusively rewards the easiest path. Individual parents and aging regulators have no chance of winning a technology war against corporate behavioral scientists backed by billions of dollars. As those companies successfully deploy AI to replace entry-level jobs, they permanently eliminate the exact environments where young adults traditionally learn to solve complex, unfamiliar problems. We are aggressively removing every system designed to teach us how to think. If our collective intellect continues to degrade under the weight of convenience, what happens when machines run out of capable human minds to learn from?